What's up guys, I'm Adam from Diddy Reviews Tech. Welcome back and thank you for watching again. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to be looking at another fan, and today I've got another sort of alternative to a Lian Unifan, a much cheaper version again. So we're going to take a look at these, and we're quite excited to look at these. They look really, really good. And these are the Sahara Gaming Pirate Eyes RGB 120mm fan. And like I say, they're very similar to the Unifan in terms of how they work. So let's get them unboxed, we'll get them installed, and then we'll see how they perform. So here is the Sahara Gaming Pirate Eye 120mm RGB fan from Sahara Gaming. They haven't sent me these over. I bought these myself because I saw them and thought they looked really interesting, and I've been doing a few sort of alternative sort of videos recently, so I wanted to sort of carry on that theme and have a look at another fan that's a cheaper alternative to is Lian Unifan. So we'll have a quick look over what the specs are on the box, and then we'll obviously get them installed and test them. So specifications: standard 120mm fan size, addressable RGB, speed 600 to 1500 RPM, an airflow maximum of 55 CFM and an air pressure of 2.91, which is quite high, which is pretty good. Mean time to fail 160,000 hours, noise level up to 27 decibels. I will be doing some testing on that, and it's a fluid dynamic bearing. It uses a 6-pin PWM connection, so it is a proprietary connection, but I believe I've got an adapter for this. I'll show you that in a second. And that's it guys. Warranty is 2 years. So let's unbox these and have a look. So in the box, obviously we get the fan and everything. It gives you a little instruction sort of leaflet, which basically shows you how to put these together. We'll show you that in just a second when we do a sort of demo, because I've got 3 of these. So let's have a look at the fan. You don't get a lot with them because it's a fan. You get obviously some screws to mount them, and then you get this sort of bracket here which goes onto the end of the fan and allows you to connect it to your motherboard, or use the 6-pin to the fan hub that you can get. Now these come in either a single pack, a 3-pack on their own, a 3-pack with a controller, or a 3-pack with a sync board, which I'll show you in just a second. So you've got a variety of ways of connecting these or buying these. So let's have a look at the fan itself. Now straight away, they're actually really, really heavy. They're not quite as heavy as Be Quiet Light Wings, which I talk about quite a lot, but they are quite heavy and feel really robust. They're sort of really flat. There's no sort of shape to them in terms of the frame. They're a really flat design, but I quite like that. I think it looks really good. And then you've got your translucent blades here. So you have got RGB lit in the middle. And then you've also, as well as that, you've got RGB on this sort of loop around the outside. Now this looks really interesting when these are connected together, and I'll show you what I mean later. So you've got that there. There's little to no hub wobble whatsoever. They feel really, really solid. Like I said, it's a fluid dynamic bearing. You've got standard anti-vibration mounts in each corner, which is normal. Look over the back, standard sort of cage. And again, the same on the back. You've also got lighting on the back, so it's not going to matter which way you put these in your case, really. You're still going to get a good lighting effect. However, it is split here rather than being a continuous loop on that side. I'm not sure why, but that's the way it is. But it's still, I think, will look absolutely brilliant, even if it's the other way around in your case, facing outwards like that. And then the rest of the design, you've got pins this side, contact pads this side and pins this side. So this is how they click together and connect. Like I say, this is like a Lian Unifan sort of alternative. These all go together in one, and you can basically use one cable then to control the fans, rather than multiple cables coming from each fan. As you can see, there's no cables connected to whatsoever. So let's get them all connected together, and you can have a look at how they look. So now we've got 3 fans out, as you can see, and basically I'm just going to show you how they slot together. So you've got contact pads on one side and pins on the other, and as you can probably guess, these connect together. And it's got a sort of lock and slide design. So these basically go in like that, and then slide down and lock together. And then I'll do the next one as well. And as you can see, that's them all together. Now, as a full unit, it absolutely weighs a ton. Well, not a ton, but it's really, really heavy. It feels so solid. These are really, really well-made fans. I'm very, very impressed by the quality of these. Yeah, I'm really happy with these. So once you've got them together, like I say, you can get a controller with them if you want to, and you get this connection that goes on the end. Goes on the end there, slides up, and then it's connected. And this can also be rotated round and slotted in the other way, so the cable can come out the other side, which is absolutely really good. I'm really happy with that, because I think one of the problems the Lian Unifans had originally, I think they've changed it now, but the original ones, the cable had to come out one side and that was it, so you're limited to how it went in your case and how your cable's routed, because it does have to go on this one end here. It can't go on the other end, as that's just the pads and not the pins. So I'll just quickly show you this. Like I say, it can come with a controller or a sync PCB card like this one in the pack. These are around £40 for a pack of 3 with one of these. And basically what this does, instead of using the proprietary 6-pin connector, it's exactly the same pad as what I've just shown you. This then terminates into a RGB standard 3-pin 5-volt header and a PWM connection. So you can use it directly to your motherboard rather than using controllers, which is what I'll be doing today. So it's really good to see. They've done an absolutely fantastic job of designing these. Yeah, I'm really impressed. So we're going to get them installed, and we'll do some testing to see how well they perform. Right, so I think I might have found my favourite fans of all time in terms of the looks. You might agree with me, you might not, I don't know, but I think these look absolutely amazing. I know I've said this about a lot of fans in the past, but these are just something else. They're just so different compared to other fans out there. Yeah, obviously they're sort of a similar design to Lian Unifans in terms of the way they connect to each other, but the actual design of the fan itself and the way the RGB is implemented just looks brilliant. I honestly think it does, and like I say, I hope you agree with me. Yeah, I'm really impressed with these, and these actually might end up being my new fan for going in my personal rig when it finally gets finished. At the moment, I'm going to be, well, when I get round to it, I'm going to be using Light Wings by Be Quiet, because I do love those fans as well. But looking at these, I might have to purchase some more of these and get these installed instead. But stick with me, that'll be coming in a future video when I do my personal rig update. So let's talk about the performance of these fans. Now, not only do they look good, they actually perform really well as well. I've tested them in terms of airflow. I've tested them against 3 other fans, and then I've done a static pressure test on the InWin NR36 AIO, and I've tested it for static pressure against the fans that come with that, which are the Luna AL120s. So let's quickly talk about the airflow tests first. So Luna's on airflow test came in at 70 degrees maximum with an idle of 30. Storms by Antec came in at 70 degrees with an idle of 30. ZG120s by Johnsbow came in at 70 degrees with an idle of 30. And then these came in with an idle of 30 and a airflow temperature of 71. Now, with that, it is actually warmer in this room today than it was when I tested those. It was about 16.5 degrees in here when I tested those, and it's about 18 in here today. So bear that in mind. They're actually basically exactly the same, if not a little bit better than the rest of these. Obviously, it is airflow basically on the front of the case with the NR36 AIO running at the top. So it does depend on your cooler as to how well it's performing and what your case allows in terms of airflow. So it's not the most accurate test, I would have thought, but gives you an idea that they are providing just as much air as all the other fans to the cooler, yeah, and doing a really good job. So then I did a static pressure test. Like I say, I stuck these on the NR36 Nebula from Inwin in place of the Unifans, and I got some decent results again. Again, the temperature rose when I did this test in this room. By the time I was doing this test, it was about 19 degrees. So again, bear that in mind, and it was around 17 degrees in the room when I did the original test for the NR36. So static pressure test, we got a maximum of 73 degrees across a 5 minute Cinebench test, which is what I've done for all these tests. 5 minutes multi-core Cinebench test with precision boost overdrive in auto, so it'll basically allow it to do what it wants. And with that in mind, it got to 4.3 gigahertz on all cores for pretty much the whole run, so did pretty well. So 73 degrees maximum, and an idle of 33 degrees. But like I say, again, it was 19 degrees in here, so it was 2.5 degrees hotter in here, and it performed pretty much the same. So these are good for static pressure. If you're looking to put these on radiators, they are rated at 2.91 millimeters of H2O, I believe. So they are actually really good for static pressure. So you are looking to use them in a water cooling build or on an AIO, then bear these in mind for sure. Finally, I did some noise testing. So basically, I isolated all the other fans that are in the case as best I could, turned them down to their minimum RPM, and then turned the Pirate Eye fans to 150%, 100 first and then 50%, to see what the decibel reading was. Again, I'm using an app on my phone, so it's not the most accurate, but it will give you an idea. And these are really, really quiet. 100% fan speed. My app was showing 24 decibels, and at 50 it was showing 21 decibels. So not only did they perform well, they're silent as well, and personally I think they're some of the best looking fans I've ever seen. So yeah, I'm really, really impressed with these. So well done, Sahara, for these. I'm hoping that I'll be using these in a future build soon. I should have some more videos coming from Sahara stuff actually, because they've agreed to support me as well. Thank you to them for that. So like I say, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you were looking at a Unifan alternative, I didn't want to spend quite as much, then go and get some of these. Around £40 for a pack of 3 with the included control board, which basically plugs to your motherboard, or you can get them with a included controller as well, which is a 10-port controller. So the options are there for you. Like I say, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I do appreciate each and every one of you. And if you didn't like it, give it a dislike. And don't forget to leave any comments in the comment section below if you have any questions, or if you just want to let me know what you think. And I'll get back to you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.